Hello everyone, welcome to D&D News. How's it going? I'm starting a couple minutes early. What? How is that even possible? It is because my name is Greg Tito and I am here to say the Stream of Many Eyes is happening on June 1st. Dang it, I was really spending a long time trying to make sure that poem worked. It did not rhyme, but it is still quite apt for what we're going to be talking about today on D&D News before we get ready for Dice Camera Action starting in about 31 minutes. That's right. Chris Perkins and the Waffle Crew will be jumping in for Dice Camera Action episode 93. I can't wait for this episode. This one is going to be tons of fun. They will be, I don't know if they're going to be at Waterdeep quite yet, but there's lots of fun stuff. And I'm excited for the episode because it will be on a boat. It'll be lots of conversations. These are always my favorite Dice Camera Action episodes when there's lots of character moments. So I'm excited for that. I'm also excited for the Stream of Many Eyes, where Dice Camera Action will be performing twice. That's right. On Friday, June 1st, you will tune in on this here Twitch channel at 4 p.m. Pacific time. Host Anna Prosser Robinson herself, Evelyn, will be there, and we'll be walking around the amazing sets that we have built in the studio in Los Angeles, talking to a whole bunch of people, including Nathan Stewart, director of D&D of Fireside Chat fame. I guess it's spoiler swag? No, that's Kate. He's Nathan Cat. I don't know. I forget what his nickname is, but it's awesome. They will be walking around for the first little bit at 4 p.m. Pacific time on June 1st to kick off the Stream of Many Eyes. Interviews with the D&D team about what the new storyline is going to be all about, why it's cool, why you should pay attention, what it's inspired by. Maybe Chris Perkins will tell us a little bit about that. Then we'll kick it directly to an awesome, fun event. Force Gray, Matthew Mercer will be dungeon mastering for that group. Some new faces, some old faces back in the mix. I'm excited about that. And then Dice Camera Action will close out that Friday with their first episode of the weekend. On Saturday, we've got a whole bunch of fun narrative stuff happening on June 2nd. It will be a continuous storyline with a whole bunch of streamers that you know and love, including Sirens of the Realms, kicking it off. Then there will be some new groups, including Rivals of Waterdeep, Dark and Dicey, and our lovely Girls Guts Glory will be there. I just spoke to Kelly Lynn D'Angelo, the Dungeon Master with that, as well as Rachel Seeley yesterday. That was only yesterday on Dragon Talk, and they're super excited, and I can't wait to... I know Rachel really well. I can't wait to meet Kelly face to face. She is a awesome creator, tons of writing credits to her belt. We'll see her perform at the Stream of Many Eyes on that Saturday. And then on Sunday, this is the fun part, you can buy tickets to come see and be a part of all of the fun Stream of Many Eyes, including touring the sets, interacting with some of the D&D team, some of the luminaries that we are bringing to the event, and then culminating in watching a live studio performance of your favorite streamers live. We got 4 shows happening that on Sunday. Today we announced that Mark Holmes will be dungeon mastering for some people you might know, including Matthew Lillard, Ashley Johnson, Sam Riegel, and Taliesin Jaffe. 3 of those last few names are, of course, cast members from Critical Role. They will be playing new characters, different characters in Mark's group. I'm really excited about it, and I can't wait for you to see it. We might add 1 or 2 other guests to that game as well. Matthew Lillard, of course, you saw him at the Stream of Annihilation last year. He has played Bag of Nails for Dice Camera Action. He will be returning to that group. Not sure what character he's playing, but it should be really exciting. And as I said, we might be adding a few more names to that as well. So stay tuned to find out more. But if you're interested in getting tickets to go see that, go to dnd.wizards.com/SOME. That's where you can find out more information about what's happening at the Stream of Many Eyes, including buying tickets. The second session will be the second Dice Camera... on Saturday, there will be the second Dice Camera Action event. And then following that is Deborah Ann Wall. She will be dungeon mastering live on stream for the first time. She'll be performing during the Forest Grey event on Friday, but she'll be dungeon mastering herself on that Sunday. I can't wait to see that. She's one of my favorite actresses, been around for a long time. I love that she is so passionate about Dungeons and Dragons. When she was on Dragon Talk, she was very effusive about how much she loved spinning a yarn as Dungeon Master for her group. So Critical Role is Matthew Mercer, and Marisha Ray will be in that group as well, including Tommy Walker and Julia Dennis, two awesome actors that Deborah Ann Wall is bringing in. And I believe there might even be another guest dropping in for that one as well. More stuff to come there. And then the final event on Sunday that you can buy tickets to is Jox Machina, in which Travis Willingham from Critical Role, as well as Joe Manganiello, will be performing with some other special guests, all dungeon mastered by Mike Merles. There may be some wrestling talk involved in there. I don't know, but it looks like it's a lot of fun. So if you're interested in checking out any of those 4 games, as well as getting a big bag of Dungeons & Dragons merchandise that you really can't get anywhere else. I don't like saying crazy things like that, but it is true. I don't think you'll be able to get them many other places. That's how you do it. You go and grab a ticket and come see us in Los Angeles. It's going to be crazy. So I can't wait. I'm flying down earlier that week on the 28th, and I'll be getting everything ready. And I don't know. I mean, I guess can't talk about it enough. What do you guys think? Are you interested in finding out about what's going on in the Stream of Many Eyes? Lauren Winter says it would be nice to see Bag of Nails again. Yeah, to find out what happened on the airship. I always wondered if they had a separate buddy cop thing going on with Matthew Lillard, and I believe it was the clone of Jim Darkmagic on that airship as well. So yeah, that would be really fun to find out. There will definitely be some videos on demand for all of this amazing live streamed show. Again, you can watch it live and get it all there, and we would love as many eyeballs on the Stream of Many Eyes as possible. But if you don't happen to catch it, that is totally fine. You can watch it after the fact or rewatch it to make sure you didn't miss anything as it's going to be happening. There's a lot of content that we'll be streaming over those 3 days, so it'll be very important to take some breaks, to hydrate, drink a lot of water as you're watching the Stream of Many Eyes, and continue to enjoy all the fun Dungeons & Dragons celebrations that will be going on all weekend long. Yeah, it's true. So how are you guys doing this fine day? Are you excited about what's... yeah, Anxious Narwhal says it is a good day to die. Yes, I agree. Very much so. No one has ever told me I look like Simon Cowell. No, never happened before. Thank you, Luno Pine. Lunu Pine. No, never heard that one before. And maybe if I start wearing the white t-shirt that he wears all the time, you might see it a little bit more. But I get it now that you're saying it, because there's this wider neck thing that I usually wear that does look a little bit like his thing. I totally get that. But then I have to start being British and very mean and or critical of what other people are singing, and I don't think I want to do that right now. I'm just not going to do it. So thanks for that. Angry Jay, you've got better hair than Simon. That's right. That's right, I do. You take that, British person. I shouldn't say that too loudly, because then maybe Mark Holmes would be mad at me, but I hope he doesn't. There's a lot going on, so don't worry about that. So yeah, that's everything about the Stream of Many Eyes. I'll be talking about it again a little bit later to make sure everyone who's tuning in for Dice Camera Action knows that there will be 2 performances. It's going to be tons of fun. I want to talk about Podcast of Foes. So over the last week and a half, we have been showcasing wonderful creators from the audio live play community of podcasts. We've used and worked with them all, and many of them in the past, and we're excited to bring them back for this to celebrate the release of Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, which comes out this Friday. That's right, it'll be in game stores on May 18th. You can get 2 different versions of the book in your game store. There is the standard cover by Jason Rainville, and then there is the alternate cover full of blues and yellows and golds that you can, and black soft finish cover designed by Vance Kelly. You can also get that in your local game store. Only printing out a certain number of those alternate cover editions, so if you're interested in those, make sure your local game store has them in stock for you. But we gave out these copies to Dungeon Masters in these podcasts, including the Adventure Maiden, Sneak Attack, Dungeon Drunks, Lawful and Orderly, Roll Like a Girl, Drunks and Dragons, Redemption, Heroes Not Included, D20 Dames, RPG Academy, the ITU Trash Crew, Taking Initiative, D&D Raw, and today we're releasing 2 new episodes from Tabletop Potluck and You Meet in a Tavern. More to come over the next few days, but each of them made a one-shot adventure around the lore or monsters that are available in Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes. You can find out a whole bunch about devils and demons in that book, not to mention elves, what happened to how there was the schism between elves and the dark elves and why the drow are the way they are. There's a little bit about gnomes and halflings. If you like playing those characters, there's an understanding chapter about understanding how they were able to avoid all of the conflicts of the multiverse. There is also a chapter on the Gith Yankee and the Gith Sarai, and their eternal hatred for the Mind Flayers and each other, which is always super fun. And then, of course, a lot of monsters, 150 new monsters, more of them going towards the higher level end of the spectrum. That was the focus, at least, to make sure that people who had been playing 5th edition D&D for a long time had challenges for high-level play, while also having a bunch of low-level challenges in there, too. There's player options for tieflings and some other good, fun stuff in there. So please check out Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes. If you're on the fence even a little bit, go check out Podcasts of Foes. It is available to download on the Dungeon Delve RSS feed, as well as all the individual RSS feeds of these episodes and these amazing creators. We've got more coming down the pipe. Wednesday, tomorrow, May 16th, we got Shadow of the Cabal, Dungeons, Dice, and Everything Nice. D&D's for Nerds and the Broadswords follows after that. And then Dice for Brains, Nerd Poker, the amazing podcast, Dungeon Master by Dan Tefler, starring Brian Posehn and a lot of other great comedians from the Los Angeles area. And then The Dice Unkind with a final live stream from Return to Greyhawk happening on Sunday, 5/20. Go check out all of those amazing creators. They do great work, and I'm excited about the adventures they've been putting out, highlighting all the fun stuff that's coming in Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes. So, good stuff. Thank you again to Victoria Rogers from the Broadswords for helping organize all of this. That's a lot of content. As I said, a lot of 20 podcasts of people doing this has been crazy. So, I hope you have been enjoying it, and maybe you find a new podcast or two to listen to in your rotation. So, good stuff there. Dark and Dicey had their premiere last night. That's right, Monday, May 14th at 7 p.m. Pacific time. That was the debut of Dark and Dicey, a new streaming group. You'll be able to see them play live at the Stream of Many Eyes on June 2nd, but they are getting started. They had their first sessions yesterday. That stars Nathan Sharp of Paulton fame as a Kenku swamp druid named Pluck. The Dungeon Master KG Tang did a fantastic job last night. He kept everybody entertained. I heard nothing but great things on the Twitterverse as well as in Twitch chat about what a great job he was doing. It's a great cast. Hunter Hughes, Christina V, Anna Brisbane, and Zach Callison all really gelled together really well. There was lots of laughter, lots of hilarity. I really enjoyed it. They all got really interesting characters that maybe lean a little bit towards the evil side. So if you're interested in a underground, rough and tumble type of group, pay attention to Dark and Dicey. They'll be streaming on Mondays at 7 p.m. Pacific time, and they'll do 2 more episodes before they are on the Stream of Many Eyes, so you can catch up a little bit more and get to know more about them. We'll also be announcing a new group, not announcing, we've announced already, but we'll be debuting a new streaming group called Rivals of Waterdeep during the Stream of Many Eyes. I'm really excited about this group. They all come from the Chicago area in the Midwest. Tanya DePass, who works for a nonprofit called I Need Diverse Games, helped me put together a group from the podcast that she is a part of called Spawn on Me, which I've been listening to. They do lots of great video game discussions. So folks from there are going to work with a group called Neon Rivals, who includes Aram Vartian and Carlos Luna from... they're in God's Fall as well as in what is the other one that they do, which is amazing? It is the Dungeon Rats. Yes, the Dungeon Rats, which is fantastic. So I'm really excited about this cast. It is a bunch of people who are experienced role players as well as new people new to Dungeons and Dragons. So yeah, listing them all here: Vaughn Vartian, Carlos Luna, Cicero Holmes, Tanya DePass, Sharif Jackson, Serena Marie, and Brandon Stennis, all coming together. They've been making their characters in D&D Beyond, making sure that they all gel as a group. I can't wait for them to start streaming on the weekends starting in June. But again, you can watch them on June 2nd during the Stream of Many Eyes. They will be really welcomed with open arms from the D&D live streaming community. So I hope you guys will too. Cool. Then I want to talk about the Lambert House. So I believe we have one more week at least where you can purchase t-shirts that support LGBTQ youth community here in the Seattle area. They are t-shirts that depict the Dungeons & Dragons ampersand as well as the Magic the Gathering fork symbol. I don't know if they have a specific name for that logo, but now I got to go up to talk to my friends up at Magic and see about that. But all in rainbow form, and these t-shirts are great. We asked a lot of people when we did as a group, the Wizards of the Coast walked during the Seattle Gay Pride Parade last year. We made some of those t-shirts available to the staff, and everybody was like, where can we get those? And so we tried to do what we could to make these available. The response has been amazing. We have sold more than 4,000 shirts. I think it was like 3,800, but very many shirts sold, raising more than $40,000 to $40,000 to go to the Lambert House to help empowering youth through the development of leadership, social, and life skills, offering 20 programs, activities, resources, and services all the year long. And so we're really excited about that. If you're interested in getting a shirt, you can still get it. I believe the link is being put in there. Yes, Obo Crazy put it in there. It is going to be going on, I believe, until May 22nd. So if you are interested, buy it now. I love my t-shirt. I get tons of compliments every time I put it on and wear it around town. So you should get it too. It's really good. Art and Arcana is an awesome book that is coming this fall, October 23rd. It has got, I want to say thousands, 700 pieces of Dungeons and Dragons art. It traces from the beginning in the 70s all the way to today, and the art that is coming out of this building for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. It's a great introduction to Dungeons & Dragons lore from the back and the visual aspect of how it works from the back catalog. And the authors are super interesting people in their own right. Michael Whitwer, Kyle Newman, John Peterson, and Sam Whitwer. Many of you Dice Camera Action fans might remember Sam as playing Morty. He contributed a lot to this, and there's actually an intro written by Joe Manganiello on this as well too. So tons of fun stuff. I can't wait for that. They're going to be talking about their book at the Stream of Many Eyes, showing off some of the artwork from it. So look for them on the streets, and you can find out more hopefully in the next couple months as they get closer to release in October. Tons of fun other apparel you can buy at ThinkGeek. They have been great partners in putting out a bunch of Dungeons & Dragons stuff. I'm not going to spend too much time on them because I've talked to them before, but there is a Sarah Rack Splatter Paint hoodie, a D&D Galactic shirt, as well as a D&D Hawaiian shirt straight up from Gary Gygax's own closet. I'm just going to say that. I think it's true. All right, let's get to some fun Dungeons & Dragons stuff that's been happening in the press. As far as previewing fun stuff from Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, a lot of our friends throughout the the geek outlets of the world wrote up great previews of stuff that you can't get anywhere else right now until the book comes out this Friday. Kotaku wrote about its grossest monster, which is pretty darn gross. It's true. I thanked Cecilia D'Anastasio at Kotaku for writing up this amazing monster. It is Oh man, it is gross. It is true. It is the Sibriex. It is the monster that Emi Tanji played during our bracket of foes, our Mordenkainen's Mayhem. It's nasty. It's gross. But you might get a kick at it. So go check it out if you can. That preview is being linked to it right there. Thank you, Lauren, for throwing that up there. The AV Club talked about their amazing preview. Why can't I just go to that link, please? Please, for the love of God, let me click on the link. Not that, no. That's another awesome preview you can check out. If I can ever open it up. Open link. Let's try that. Open link. Yes, of course. They did a bunch of amazing previews of artwork that you can find here from player options. This is what they were, so some stuff about the tiefling sub-races that I mentioned, as well as some things about dwarves and duergars in the world. So check that out if you're interested in finding out more about it. And then, of course, Polygon talked about some great stuff as well. No, I don't want that to happen. Oh no, I lost my thing. Now everything is broken. Ah! No one can ever know the things that go on. Okay, good. It's back. That was close. What? So yes, Polygon did an awesome, great article as well as IO9, all about the demonic look at devils and cults and how you can use them in your book as well. So yeah, if you're interested in finding out all about Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, go check those out. Great previews coming out. The Mary Sue also made a visit here to the Wizards of the Coast headquarters. We spent a long time with Vivian Ross. She was a fantastic guest here in the office, and she wrote an article all about how women are driving the success of Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, and I couldn't agree more. I think that is totally true from all of the amazing artists and art directors that make up the team here at Dungeons & Dragons, the designers, the freelancers, the streamers. It seems like there's been this huge growth and upsurge in popularity of Dungeons & Dragons, and I think it has to do with all of the amazing women that are entering our hobby, and you know, we want to make it as welcoming for them as possible. So I'm really excited that Vivian got a chance to play Dungeons & Dragons for the first time when she visited the office. Jeremy Crawford was her dungeon master. I was scheduled to play with her, but I couldn't make it at the last second, so I'm so excited that she had a great time for her first experience. I feel bad for her a little bit in that now, after playing with Jeremy Crawford, pretty much every other session may feel quite not the same, but then, of course, Jeremy had a great time as well, too. And so it's an open invitation to Dungeon Master for Vivian whenever she would like. So good stuff. Read that article if you can. I quite enjoyed, as I said, spending time with Vivian, as well as the description of what her time here ended up being really fun. So shifting tracks a little bit to talking about my friend Shelly Mazinoble's game called Axis and Allies and Zombies that is coming out this fall. I was a huge Axis and Allies fan when I was a kid. I'm a fan of it now. We've been playing the anniversary edition here in the office for a long time, and the reissue of that last year was very well received. But I'm really excited about how Shelly and designer Scott Van Essen are mixing up the, I don't know, I guess the dynamic of Axis and Allies. So you have the, you know, the Axis powers fighting against the Allied powers. It's in World War II. But what if there was a zombie virus and zombies all of a sudden started appearing from the dead in all the battles that have happened, and they're an uncontrolled faction. You don't really know what how they're going to act. It's all about the die rolls, but they add a great amount of wrinkles and complexity to the strategies that might have worked for you in Axis and Allies past, but they do not work anymore when zombies are in the mix. So go check it out. Geek and Sundry wrote up a fantastic write-up talking about the new box art for this game, Axis, Allies, and Zombies, and adding a dynamic and fresh game mechanic is trying to harness an uncontrolled fire. That's the quote from Geek and Sundry, and I couldn't agree more. It's pretty exciting. I was in the playtest for it, and I can't wait for more people to check it out and let me know what you think. All right, so there's been some crazy stuff happening also in the press. as well as in the general zeitgeist surrounding a hashtag called No Stone Unturned. Have you guys been paying attention to this? It is, I think we've determined that there's someone on the Twitters who may have come from the Forgotten Realms. A spell has been cast to make him remember his past, and it may be someone that you know, maybe someone whose name was on a book that came out in the very recent past. So I'll leave it up to you. But there's been lots of fun stuff happening, things being sent out to influencers all across the country, not to mention folks from all over the world contributing, solving of puzzles and trying to figure out, having a whole bunch of theories, going on Discord servers to talk about what they think is really happening and all that. So here's some fun links for press that have been covering what's been happening, as well as posting some fun little puzzle things that you can look into. I don't really know if any of this is true, but I wanted to make sure that you guys were aware of what was happening so that you can perhaps unturn those stones, as it were, and find out a little bit more about what is going on. All right, that's nearly all I want to talk about, but I'm going to go a little bit into what's happening over the stream and then talking about the stream of many eyes one more time. So tonight we have Dice Camera Action episode 93 is happening. It should be pretty fun. I can't wait. Sirens of the Realms is happening at 6 p.m. tonight. That is going to be fantastic. Satine, Vivid Vivka, Kate Elliott, Lady Danger, and Cynthia Marie will be there in style, as they always are. Go check that out if you haven't. Tomorrow we're hosting Acquisitions Incorporated, the C-Team, with our own Kate Welch as Rosie B. Stinger, not to mention Dungeon Master Jerry Holkins, Amy Falcone, Ryan Hartman, Chris Straub. They're all really funny people. If you haven't been watching the C-Team, please go ahead and do that now. Then on tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific time. And then at 7 p.m. we've got the Maze Arcana Inkwell Society. I really love this cast of folks, including Dungeon Master Rudy Rutenberg, Sig Neutrons, Teen Phoenix, Kyle Vogt, B. Dave Walters, Nora Abraham, and Kai Norman. Good folks all around. I love the Eberron setting and what they've been doing with it, so go check it out. And then on Thursday, we've got Codename Entertainment's Idle Champions stream. Some fun stuff coming from that in the next hour. Pay attention to Evelyn and what might be happening there. Then we're hosting Waffle Talk at 4 p.m., followed by Trapped in the Birdcage with Dungeon Master Holly Conrad. There's been a lot of fun examining desiccated bodies there, as well as managing to finally get a long rest. Then they discovered a overrun town with thralls that is overrun with cranium rats, which are never fun. I never like those. Critical Role is coming at that 7 p.m. On Thursday. We've got Beamdog on Friday at 10 a.m. Tales from Candlekeep at 12 noon. Followed by, on Saturday, Encounter Roleplay Learn by Play, Heroes Graveyard, and they have been doing just great work there. In fact, having Miss Lauren Urban, Oboe Crazy, being in the cast of Heroes Graveyard for the last few episodes. So go check that out if you haven't already. Dungeon Master Koibu has been doing a fantastic job running that show. So go check it out if you haven't already. All right, so once again, for folks who are chopping in right now, I am excited for Waffle Crew. Will be happening very, very soon. But I want to talk about Stream of Many Eyes real quick, rehashing that again for those of you who were here at the beginning. It is on June 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Very soon. That's only like really just 15 days away at this point. There will be Dice Camera Action performances twice. That's right, on June 1st at 8 p.m. Pacific time. You'll be able to watch Dice Camera Action play live with all 4 cast members in costume and together, I believe, live streaming in person together for the first time, which is going to be fantastic. So you'll be able to watch that happen. And then on Sunday, Waffle Crew will also be performing, all 4 of them. What's cool about that, if you're in the Los Angeles area, is that you can buy tickets right now to watch that and be in this live studio audience, take a tour of all the sets that's going on, as well as getting some Dungeons & Dragons merchandise you can't get anywhere else, as well as the chance to buy some awesome D&D merchandise from some great vendors. So go check out dnd.wizards.com/SOME. If you're interested to find out more about the Stream of Many Eyes, you can check out the hashtag SOMEDND and find out more announcements that'll be coming out in the next few days. Today, we announced that Critical Role, many of the people from Critical Role will be performing live not only during Force Grey. I believe Ashley Johnson will be on Force Grey on Friday night at 6 p.m. Pacific time, but on Sunday, June 3rd, Mark Humes will be dungeon mastering for Matthew Lillard, as well as Ashley Johnson, Sam Riegel, and Taliesin Jaffe. And we're maybe adding a few other people to that, but if Critical Role fans, please go check that out and maybe buy tickets if you're in the Los Angeles area. And then the third session of that day with Deborah Ann Wall dungeon mastering her own adventure of her own devising. Matt and Marisha, Matthew Mercer and Marisha Ray, also from Critical Role, will be players in that group. Matt is super excited about that because he doesn't often get to play except for events that we do here at the Stream of Annihilation last year and the Stream of Many Eyes this year. So I'm excited about that. I'm really excited about seeing Deborah Ann Wall, one of my favorite actresses. You might know her from her roles in Daredevil and The Punisher, as well as in True Blood. That's where I got to know her, and that's where she knows Joe Manganiello. So the two of them will be in the Force Grey episode that will be airing on Friday, June 1st. Everybody, please tune in if you can't make it to live in person on that Sunday. Tune in on twitch.tv/DND. That's right here. And you can watch all of the fun stuff that'll be happening all weekend long, June 1st, 2nd, and 3rd at the Stream of Many Eyes. If you already planning on watching it, tell your friends, tell everyone about it. Make sure we get as many eyeballs on the Stream of Many Eyes as possible. See, that's why we named it that. And that's it. That's all I've got here for now. I'm excited about this episode of Dice Camera Action that's coming up in 4 seconds. Oh my gosh, I gotta go. So thank you to everybody who has subscribed. You're really good people. I am out. I'll throw it away to Chris Perkins and the Waffle Crew right now. Thanks again, everybody.